Five good minutes with the Watch Brothers. Double Take Sports Talk coming up. I'm gonna have a little fun today, and I'm actually just gonna share some fun facts and statistics and football. We'll have that coming up next.
It's gonna be fun.
All right, 5 good minutes, Double Take Sports Talk. Welcome to the show. I'm Darren. On the other side of me, you got Daryl Watts there.
All right.
What's going on?
Not much, man.
Right.
Just here.
Yeah, of course, just here. Look at the chart. Okay, I have some fun and funny fun facts and statistics for the game of NFL. Since the NFL season is in full kick, we're in week 2 now. I think I got some fun information for a little bit of everybody. You ready to hear it?
Let's hear this, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the 5 minutes for this starts now. Okay, first one that got my attention. I think everybody knows about this one, but this is just something that I just throw out there. The Baltimore Colts made an 80-cent long-distance call to sign Johnny Unitas as a free agent.
80 cents.
80-cent long-distance call. And this comes from USAtoday.com. This article came out last year.
Just to get him.
Yep,
80 cents.
80 cents. The Arizona Cardinals has the longest postseason victory drought in NFL history from 1947 to 1998.
Another Cleveland Cavaliers.
You ain't lying.
Another Cleveland world, folks.
Now, here's a very interesting one that got my attention. There has been games played on every day of the week in the modern NFL. The one Tuesday game was due to a Pennsylvania blizzard. The single Wednesday game was because the NFL moved the Washington, New York Thursday night season opener so it wouldn't overlap with John McCain's speech at the Republican convention. The Friday game was either Christmas or New Year's related, with at least one of those a Kansas City Miami matchup in 2005 occurring after being moved up a few days because of the hurricane forecast.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
There has been 14 different rushing championships and champions in the past 17 years. There were 14 different champions in the 27 years before that.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, it is. And here's one for Cousin Derek. This one right here I just find hilarious. This is for Cousin Derek. It took the New Orleans Saints 32 years to win their first playoff game. The two expansion teams of 1995, which was the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars, played for their conference championship in their second year of their existence. That would crack me up. This is the one I was laughing at before we started our first show.
God, stop it!
Here's another interesting one. Since 1988, every team in the NFL has played in a conference championship game with the exception of the 13-year-old Houston Texans.
So they have not played in a championship game?
Not since their expansion of the Houston Texans. They have not.
Wow.
And since his last interception at Lambeau Field, Aaron Rodgers has thrown 48 touchdowns.
Not a cheating version of Tom Brady.
Which speaks, his coach, Bill Belichick, would need 10 consecutive 12-win seasons to pass Don Shula on the list for most coaching victories. Belichick would be 73 years old in 10 years. That was from last year. So now it would be 9.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Yeah.
73 years old. You better hope he retires by then.
You ain't lying. Julio Jones has 3 more catches through 3 weeks of the NFL with 34 than anyone else in history. And is on pace for 181 catches this season, which was last season, of course, which is only 38 ahead of the NFL record, which should tell you something about Marvin Harrison's remarkable 2002 season.
Of course. No doubt. No doubt.
There has been more penalties called in the first 3 weeks of the 2015 NFL season than the first 3 weeks of any other season in the NFL history.
It's been causing a lot of teams some heartaches.
Yeah, you ain't lying. The 2000 Super Bowl champions Baltimore Ravens had a 5-game stretch in which they didn't score a touchdown, and their only points were field goals made by Matt Stover, which was 14 in all. The team went 2-3 in that run of offensive interlude, but only lost one other game all season, setting an NFL record with 165 points allowed and almost scoring as many as in Super Bowl 34 as they did in that historic 5-game stretch with 42.
If I heard that right, that didn't sound good.
It didn't. And there's one more I'm just going to share. This is just
okay.
Out there.
Spill it.
The Chicago Bears has the most retired numbers of any NFL team with 13.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our 5 minutes. Thank you for listening to the show.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You can check us out on the social media side. Listen to more of our podcasts. You follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. Like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talk page at The Watch Brothers. Subscribe on YouTube and also subscribe to our podcast on the podcast app featuring iTunes. Of course, we got the blog featuring critical thinking and analysis. You can check that out at doubleTakeSportsTalk.blogspot.com.
2 other ones I want to read real quick, and we're done.
Okay.
We're done after this. I have to read these 2, but I lost one of them. Where'd it go? Here we go. In his 8th NFL start, Adrian Peterson set the record for most rushing yards in a single game with 296. Remarkably, Peterson went into halftime with a pedestrian 43 yards on 13 carries, which is 3.3 yards per carry.
Oh, wow.
But in the second half, he carried 17 times for 253 yards, which is 14.88 yards per carry. A yardage total that would be tied for 9th all time in a single game. In the last one, just throwing it out there, Jerry Rice and Brett Favre are the only 9 kickers to play more than 300 games.
Maybe you don't have to be a kicker to play in the league for so long.
You got that right. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Watts on the other side of me.
Right.
Thank you for listening to this show, my favorite. Catch up with us on another episode. Until then, ciao.